like Star Wars. Anyways,
Is it like Star Wars? I mean,
I
that
don't
was
know.
intended.
I whatever.
It's fucking madman. Okay, I heard people were fucking discussing the prequels in the English building today. I'm like, are you? I don't. I want to come into this room and talk with y'all, but like, this isn't my class, so I didn't do that,
What
obviously.
color was? I'm some sort of gray or black because that's Isaac's color scheme or whatever.
Yeah. I thought you were fucking blue.
I guess.
That's what
Sure.
I recall you being. There
There.
you go.
Are you happy now?
I mean, I'm never happy, but it'll work.
Are you less depressed than usual that I chose blue?
I guess.
Alright, good.
All right. Are you fucking recording?
I
I didn't get a
forgot to
signal.
boot up, so that's a boot up.
Nope. Okay. All right.
We kicked
Cool.
off when I said Star Wars and I forgot again. I'm so great.
You fucking tosspot. Oh, all right. Okay. Last time on the Shadow of Thorns, the party kept dying over and over again because Envy is a real bastard, right?
You made him
Um,
pretty fucking hard.
well, he's literally a demon. He's like not even like part mortal anymore. He was just a demon, and so
I mean,
he's shitty.
consider this. A lot of us got stun locked, and it was bullshit.
Yeah, well, some of us also acted like assholes and put on a bunch of
I
charms
did
and
that so
bragged
I
about
would
it.
get stun locked to all hell, but it still
Well,
happened.
look what happened. Fucking you doodly doodly. And so I removed all your armor and made you bend over and die.
Uh-huh.
So last time, Shadow of Thorns, you guys kept dying, and then you guys were like, we don't have time to keep dying because you're in college now, Alex. I'm like,
This
okay,
this is an inconvenience to all of us.
yeah. Literally, there's nothing fun happening right now because we can't. It's so annoying to just be in a boss battle for 4 hours and then just lose.
And then just have to do the entire thing all over again.
Yep. So after the third time fighting Envy, is that right?
It
I
was
believe
the
it was the
third
third time.
time, yep.
All right. So after the third time fighting Envy, y- y'all went through the easy route, and Saren just hugged him to death
Mm-hmm.
because love of brothers or something. I don't.
Plot.
Yeah, plot. I know, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that in the book. Whatever. Fucking. So, you guys squashed Cahal. And by that I mean Zevil like punched him, and
You
so
like
did
we
Meryl, I
broke his
think.
kneecaps and then threw him in jail.
Yeah. So fuck knows where Cahal is right now. I don't actually have it written, so I don't know.
He's just chilling in like a cage in the sea.
In the ruins sea.
Yeah.
This is where you get thrown. Bye. You're in a prison for hundreds of years now. Let's put you in another prison. So yeah, Cahal, fucked off. Zevil retired because he's so tired. Everyone went their separate ways. And you, Isaac Fyonir, I believe, went to the swamps of not Fyir, of Quimiar, in the land that was granted to you by the now deceased Queen Arlena of
Wonder
Glinkian.
who did that, Nim.
You know, Nim did a lot of things, and by a lot of things I mean like two. Um, but good guy.
They weren't
Uh,
great things either, but they were
they
sure
were
things.
they were things. He did indeed pay Gulliver just to beat the shit out of his brother and then kill him.
Uh-huh.
So 15 years have happened. Your wife gave birth to a child, and then you fucked her again, and she gave birth to more
Wait, hold
children.
on. The way
What's
you
up?
phrase that sounded like my wife was pregnant for 15 years and then finally gave birth.
Is that not what happened?
Damn it, Meryl, it took long enough.
Yeah, fucking elves just have to
Elf,
like
yeah, the long years
be
also make
pregnant for like a decade.
long birthings.
hmm Fucking no. Shortly after moving there, you had Maya. Is that one's
Yeah,
name?
I guess that's the
Okay.
first one.
Yeah, that's the first one. What are the twins' name?
Cyrus and Yoma.
Oh, they were born. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
And at this point in time, the twins are 10, Maya's 15, according to the Benny.
All right, cool, nice. Are your parents living with you? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's still a thing.
Okay, cool. So your
We're kind
parents
of
live with you.
also super poor, so it's kind of like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of household setting.
Okay, so you were super poor, or
We
now
were, but we're
you
not
were.
as poor, but we're like, we already have an estate, so we might as well just shove everyone in there.
Yeah. So you're doing fine now. It's like the ending of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like a
yo,
bigger house, and you're like, you know what, we're
yeah,
not as poor anymore.
yeah, ain't that just the best?
Also,
So,
everyone I know is dead. Whoops.
uh, you know,
And
your
there's some
kind of
inflation
grandpa is dead.
happening, so it's just like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, so 15 years passed. You probably got a bit fatter. I don't know. Uh, Lionel is old
As
after he got
fuck.
fucking reincarnated. Yeah, so he's an old pal just sitting on the porch like
Just
a
kind
good
of
blue
gray
boy.
bluish kind of mane, you know.
He's just resting out his final years.
Weeks, days.
They you won't even say seconds.
It's
He
fine with
just
just
dies once
minutes.
you go over the horizon line and he's just a fly like crawling around like in his ear.
It's like I get on the
Um,
boat to skier and he's just like gasping for air, and I'm just like, bye, buddy.
my boy. But
Christ.
yeah, so fucking you eventually get bored with this lazy life and you're like, you know what? I want to get back into the family business. And so you convince your family like, hey, we should do another show again. And they're like, well, people got bored of the show. That's why we were poor. And you're like, that's fair.
That's a fair
Um,
argument.
but you hear word of this really dank festival in this continent to the west named Skiern. And they have Drake dancers there, which are these like performers that like do fire dances with drakes and like balance on them and stuff. And it's real
Cool.
fucking sweet. And so you're
It
like,
sounds
hey,
fun.
I'll check that out. And so you're like, Meryl, baby, I love you, right? But Drake dancers, it's the sickest shit in the
There's
world.
some hot Drake dancers over to the west, and I gotta see it.
Yeah, so she's like, baby, I hate you, but I love you. So you can go. It's fine. And you're like, nice, I lucked out.
I'm
And,
only gone for a month, I promise. 3 months later, oh, fuck.
and like, there should be. So the fucking west coast of Malthus is actually around here, but it's all it, so it's not there. But just know. So you didn't sail that far. But you sailed from about where I'm pinging
Okay.
to this dock over here called Heimhall. The journey was of about 3 weeks maybe because the seas for going from Skiern to Malthus are very rocky. That's why the youngish people stayed over there for a long time.
How do you spell Malthus?
Malthus,
Yeah.
it's Malthus.
Okay. I forgot the name of the original continent, so
Yeah,
now
I
I'm
mean, I,
really bad.
I I very rarely said it because we usually were in just a year, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, so you fucking sail to Heimhall, and you catch a good old carriage. You said to Heinel, excuse me.
Heinlorgy.
Yeah. Oh God, fuck you. You went to,
I
so you
ruined
dock.
everything for you.
You just ruined everything in general. So you sailed to Heinel, and caught a good old carriage to Heimhall. I don't know what the fuck I did that. And you you get stopped at the gate, and there's a big old boy there. He's got a beard. It's probably a bit brown. He's got some like hardened skin. You can tell this guy's probably been a guard for a while, and he seems like real, not like I don't know, not sketchy. He's just like he's very much on guard, and like he takes his job very
It looks like
seriously.
he would beat me up if I tried to sneak in.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly
He's
the vibe
basically
he
the
gives off.
bouncer to whatever the frick I'm getting into.
Yes, Heimhall, and you can tell by looking around. The walls are huge. Like the Sumelia, the White City, had like really like big walls, but they were more you felt ornamental. Like they were just meant to kind of like look pretty. But the walls here have giant spikes on them, or are reinforced with like layers and layers and like wooden barriers and stuff. Like this is more of a fortress than Sumelia is.
Hmm.
So you come to the gates, and that guard is there, and you're like, I gotta get in.
Wait, why am I getting into this town?
This is where the festival is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the capital of Yanlan.
Alright.
And we're gonna say for the sake of this that during the journey you learned basic Yanlish, so you can speak to the people here.
So I know, like, high school level Skiernish.
Yes. And if you're trying to say something very complicated, I'll have you roll for intelligence.
Alright. Crap, how did I voice Isaac?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know. You sounded
hello.
like yourself, except a bit.
Um,
What do you want?
could I get into the, the city? You're kind of blocking the way.
That's for a reason.
Right. Can I get in?
I'm gonna need you to fill out a form.
Do I have to really fill out a? Can I just like give you some gold and just walk in?
I'm not exactly sure where you're from, friend, but we don't handle things like that around here.
Oh, I came over from Malthus on a boat. You see, I'm here for
Ah,
the festival. Very interesting.
the Outsides are here for the festival. Why is that?
Oh, I heard there was some Drake dances. Where was it? He looks into his like skewer dictionary. Might have said bathroom.
You came all the way over here just for that?
Well, it's personal reasons mostly, but yes, I would say so.
Well, either way, I'm still gonna need you to sign the forms if you want to get in.
How long will that take?
It's not too long. I just gotta get basic info about you.
All right, fine.
All right, so he takes you off to like a little room on the side, and he gets some parchment out from this little drawer.
I feel like I'm gonna get a pat down or something.
No, it's not like that. All
Should be
right,
for
sir.
weapons and bombs. Christ.
State your name.
Isaac Fyonir of the Fyonir family. God, cannot speak tonight.
Can you spell the last name for me?
F-Y-N... Did I mess that one up?
F-Y-N.
F-Y-O-N-I-R. There we go. I forgot my own
What
name for
is
a
it?
second. That was
F-Y-O
me.
or F-Y-N?
F-Y-O-N-I-R.
Righty. It gives you a look like you're already like, not looking good. All right. Gotta get a basic physical description. All
Look at
right.
me.
Got purple eyes. And he's looking at you. He's just letting you know that like that's what he's doing.
I thought I had to like vocally tell him what I look like. I'm just like, is this guy
No,
either blind or is he just really dumb?
no. So, all right, purple eyes, black hair.
That is correct.
Bring down your hood for a second.
Uh, all right. Whoops down his hood.
People. Oh, are you an elf or a half elf?
Half. I mean, mostly elf, but half elf on my mother's side.
All right, half elf. Let's see here. So your purpose here, just looking at the Drake dancers here for the festival?
Yes, I'm not here to cause any trouble or anything.
I'm
Just here
just
for
gotta write
research.
this stuff down.
Alright, just write it as research or something.
All right, so he writes all that jazz down. I think that's about it.
I have to take some research at the nearest brothel, too, for information.
Oh, you're one of those sort of people.
I'm kidding. It's just a joke.
Sure. All right, he's like, oh, one last thing. We're gonna have you step through the gate here. If there's anything about you that's too dangerous, arcane in nature, it's gonna go off.
Define arcane in nature.
Do you have anything with enchantments on you?
Sort of pats around. Not that I think.
All right. Well, if you do, just place it on the desk over here.
Just for.
Gotta catalog stuff like that.
He pulls out his rapier. Is this enchanted? I don't quite know, actually.
Well, I'll put it over the thing and see if it goes off.
All right.
All right. So
Puts it on.
is this the anal thruster?
Yep.
Is that what this
It's
is?
an anal thrust. I know. I
Okay.
never knew if it was actually enchanted.
So he puts it over it, and when it gets to the point of the sword, it beeps slightly. All right. So yeah. What's this thing called?
The anal thruster.
Excuse me. What was that?
It is the Come on, it's like you can think of a name better than that one. It is the Shit. Damn it. It's the anal thruster. All right, I bought it from a merchant. That was its name.
Are you sure what you're saying, lad? Anal thruster? That's what you're trying to say?
Its enchantment deals more damage from behind. Yes.
All right then. Well,
I
I'll
didn't
just
create
write
it like
that
that. I
down
bought
as-
it like that. All right.
Sure.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I'll just write it down here. Anal thruster, enchanted rapier.
You don't have to write it like that. You could just write rapier, enchanted.
Well, I gotta be specific. Anything else on you?
Pats himself again. No, I think that should be it.
All right, then just go on and step through.
All right, and he walks in, hopefully not going off on the magic alarm.
I mean, is anything else on you that you're trying to hide?
I don't think I'm actually hiding anything. Like no.
Okay, then it won't go. I just legitimately need to know.
Like,
Okay,
I don't remember if there's anything
it's just like
left
an
over
airport thing.
that was actually magical or not.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
this
right,
this this fan fiction's pretty magical. The
You still
OG
haven't
adult
shown.
novel.
Ugh. All right, yeah, you're good. All right, one last thing: any contraband, drinks, fruits, anything like that you're bringing in?
I have some rations, but is it anything suspicious?
What kind of rations are they?
Just some bread, basic meats.
That'll be fine. All right, Mr. Fyonir,
Three
you should
pounds
be
of
fine to go
heroin.
in. Excuse me?
3 pounds of heroin.
I'm not sure. I quite caught that last word. What's going on there?
I just said bread and meats.
All right then. Anyways,
Just brings in just a bag of cocaine.
so you should be good to go on in, Mr. Fiona. Just to let you know, things are pretty tight around here. Um, we haven't had any incidents in quite a long time, but people around here are pretty stressed. This is the 200th anniversary of the war ending with the giants over there in Rokshka. So we don't want you to cause any trouble,
Oh,
especially for
oh,
the
believe
outsiders.
me,
If you don't need to.
I am trouble free. I guarantee you. 15 years been
All
trouble
right then.
free.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to take from that, but all right then.
I,
So,
don't worry about it. This whole
is there
incident
a
with demons and
say?
monsters. It's a long story.
Oh well, that's certainly interesting. Just don't do any of that shit over here, all right?
Well, if that shit attacks me, I bet I'm not gonna cause that shit.
We don't have demons around here, son. The paladins around here are real good at their job.
Thank Christ. Thank Tethys. Alright. I just
Who's the
changed
first
my
guy?
vocabulary because I forgot about my own deity.
Who's Tethys?
Tethys, the god of the God damn it. Does no one know of Tethys?
I have no idea what you're talking about, son.
Never mind. I'm just gonna walk in.
All right. Enjoy your stay, Mr. Fion. Oh, one last thing.
Oh,
How long do you think you're going to be here?
um, when does the festival end?
The festival's in a week from now.
About a week or so. I don't want to stay too long because, I've got a wife and kids back at, Mathis.
Alrighty, so just coming for the festival and then leaving?
Yeah, approximately. If I want to spend one more day to sightsee, I would, but
Alrighty, just gotta write it down. Thank you.
no
Alright, so
problem.
he goes into the back and blows on a little horn, and little by little the gate raises up. It's a big, giant iron gate. It's a bit rusted on the side. It doesn't get opened all that much because people don't really come in and out to the entrance all that often. Uh, um, you can see there's a few guards on the other side just making sure that, like, it's seeing, like, what's going on. They see it's just one guy, so they don't really take it too seriously. They kind of look over, like, your bow and stuff as you're going through and your sword, but they assume that if the guy called the horn that, you're probably fine.
It's not enchanted, God.
The magic is a big thing around here. Like, the people of Heimhall don't trust magic as much as people in Malthus. So, like, there's no university here.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, they just there was a certain event that happened. Fuck, I believe it was 45 years ago that kind of tainted their view of magic.
What happened?
I can't tell you.
Oh, is it a story thing?
It's not like a big. It's not really the main plot. It's just kind of a thing that you'll learn eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll think it's cool. Um, But alright, so you get to the main gates of Heimhall. You walk up like this. It's not really a corridor. It's just kind of like an alleyway going up, raising up like on a ramp going to the main city.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell the architecture is much different here than it was in the White City, because the White City was constructed by orcs, and so things were very like flat and basic. But they were like crafted from their spiritual like white stone that was in their holy plateau.
Mm-hmm.
But like so like Sumele was very beautiful and it was meant to be that. But you can tell even like the normal houses and shops here are very fortified. Like this place was under attack for a long time, and so like naturally, just everything kind of moved towards being like a defensible position no matter what. Uh, there's guards almost everywhere, like on every corner. You can probably tell there's not too much crime going on in Heimhall. They have things under control, for better or worse. There's a few people in the streets that look you over as you pass by. You're making your way towards like the town center, just to, get an idea of your bearings and all that. Uh, people kind of like look at your bow and stuff. Is your hood back up?
I'll say for the sake of it, I kept it down.
Okay. So some people kind of like stare at your ears for a moment. Elves are very rare around here, especially elves that look like you. Because the only elves that are really in Skiern in this area for the most part are sea elves, which have more bluish skin, and they live around here. They live kind of like in just the top of the ruined sea because they live in water.
Can I retcon that
They're
Isaac's
not.
wearing like some sort of Hawaiian shirt and like a camera
Oh my god, no.
and like shorts? Just taking
You.
pictures. Alright, continue.
Uh, uh, but yeah, so no, but they're not like some people where they're openly kind of like derogatory towards elves, but it's something new. It's very uncommon of them, especially since like you can tell that there's a few elves in the shops around you, but you can even tell by their outfits and just kind of their overall disposition that they're accepted here and they've lived here for a long time. So just a new person being in town, because like Heimdall's pretty big, but as I said before, not many people go in or out, so everyone knows everybody there, and to see somebody as different looking as you walk in through the main gates is rare,
I
shall
would
we say.
assume this would be more of like a tourist town, but alright.
No, no. So tourist towns are more like Jomarn is kind of that way. It's down here. Jomarn is just kind of like a cultural center of Skiern because it's very accessible to ships and it's not as cold as it gets in Heimhall. Heimhall is just like it's been the capital of Yonland for around 1,000 years, and they really should be moving it. Like they should have moved the capital further south, but the big nobles and stuff are just traditionally very stubborn, and they are big fans of tradition, and they want to stay, in their original like ancestral home. So that's why. So for the most part, most things happen in Jomarn of like actual, political importance, but Heimhall is where technically the capital is.
Alright.
It's kind of like New York City is the most important city in New York, but Albany is the capital.
I mean, kind of like in Washington how the capital is Olympia, but everyone knows Seattle the best.
Yeah, same thing.
Alright, I got you.
All right, so you're in the town center. You have about a week until the festival. You can do a few things. I don't want to spend we don't need to detail every single day specifically, but you can kind of do whatever you want right now.
Oh yeah, that week of downtime that lasts forever.
You don't have we can just immediately skip to the festival
I
if you
got to
want
that
to.
part
But
of
if you
Critical
want
Role where they spent like half an hour buying shit
yeah,
per person.
yeah,
It's terrible.
like it's like some of Tiberius is like rants when he would go do stuff. Like they take forever, and I love Tiberius, but
Me too, but that one kind of annoyed me a bit.
yeah, it was. I part of me misses that he's gone, but also at least it's not as tedious.
Yeah.
But yes, so is there anything that you want to do in the week that you have until the festival begins?
I guess I could start just like window shopping and seeing just all the stuff there is to see in Heimhall.
All right, so is there anything specific you're looking for? I mean, because you can sightsee, I'll take you around the town. I don't have it fully fleshed out, but I'm doing pretty well so far.
I could say I could try to get the Fyonir brand out by, keeping my vest on and trying to find some, I guess because I'm going for the more ranger, I could try to find, a new cloak or something.
Okay. Do we settle on how much gold you have right now? Because you should have a more than average amount since, you still have money, but you shouldn't, you're not going to take your entire fortune with you.
My sheet says, 200.
Let's bump you up to, 400 gold.
Alright, that's fair. Still not a lot, but it's
yeah, it's enough
I could buy a sandwich with that.
Could handle you on a journey. I mean, it's enough for living. That's after what you have, from your voyage getting here, and all that stuff, and it's enough to stay here for a week and then get back and all that. So
Right.
It's a pretty good amount.
So I got my sparkly vest, but I want to get my I want to get like a cool sort of ranger attire. You
All
know?
right. Do you want to get like a? They have some nice like fur cloaks here because skin obviously Scaring can be very cold,
Yeah, I'll go for something more
especially high
like
hole.
warm and s- like it's like someone with like a long cape, but it's also warm.
Okay. So you make your way over to a what appears to be some sort of accessory store. They have like nice hats and just you can tell like it's not quite a tourist store because they don't really get tourism, but it's
Hmm.
just kind of it's obviously more meant for people that are going to be here for the festival because everyone that lives here already has these kind of things.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, so go on.
hello. Are you open?
Yeah, I sure am. What can I do for you?
That cloak I saw in the window. How much is that?
Which one are you talking about? There's a few cloaks. There's like a white one, and these are all made of like fur, so like it's thick fur. So there's like a white one, a gray one, a black one, and a brown one.
You know, I'm going for the gray one.
Okay, all
Gotta keep to my colors, bro.
right. So which one?
The
Say it in
gray.
character.
The gray one over there. If you
All
would.
right, here. That's Wolf's Pelt. Is that gonna be all right for you, lad?
Is it warm and protective?
We don't make anything here in Heimhall that's not warm protective, dear.
Fair enough. I'll buy it.
All right, that's gonna run you about. That's Wolf Pelt. I'm gonna say about 60 gold.
Oh, that should be fine. And
Alrighty. Good good to have a foreigner to the city that's not an absolute asshole when it comes to money for once.
thank you. I've learned over the years not to be quite of an asshole with that.
That's a good man then.
That's my
So
kind
she
of saying Isaac haggles a bit less than usual.
that's good. Good to know. Alright, so she goes over and she gets you the cloak. You hand her the gold, I assume.
No, I keep it in my pocket. I just take a cloak and run. Yeah, I give her
Douche.
the what, 60 gold?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm down to
Alright.
340.
And the effect of that will be, let's see. Um, I'll give you advantage on cold damage saving throws. So if you get attacked by like a frost spell or something, um,
Okay.
you get to roll for advantage.
So this is an actual
Um,
like armor item.
yeah, it's not going to give you any AC, but it will give you a couple of effects.
All right, I forgot to add any armor to my character, so I'll just throw that on.
Okay. So you have that. You also
So what's it called?
what else? Uh, Gray Wolf Pelt Cloak.
I'll just call it Grey Wolf Cloak.
That's fine.
Yeah, we never did settle on like armor, did we?
No,
We'll
we'll
figure it
deal with
out.
that. Well, I mean, we can also say that Isaac didn't really prepare armor for this, but
Yeah, because it's
I'll
like,
provide
why
you
would
with
I
some.
put on plate mail to go sightseeing?
Yeah. So you know, also like when you came to the city, that'd be sketchy if you're like decked out in armor.
Or we could say that my overpowered AC plus 9 armor got destroyed in the envy fight.
Yeah.
Obliterated, but I survived.
Mhm. But so yeah, you get that on. Also give you. Do you have the survival skill? I'm not quite sure.
I might. Yes, I do.
Go check. All right. Add +4 to survival.
Would that be under miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And
Coolio.
I think. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. Any other further effects that we think of on the moment, I'll consider.
Gotcha.
And that survival check will be used to like if you guys are out in the cold at night and it's like a blizzard or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Is there anything else you want to look for specifically in
I
this
would look
shop
for
or
like,
anywhere else?
is there any like a shop with like odds in it or odd trinkets and stuff like that?
Sure there is. There can be anything.
There could be.
Um,
Is there a store that sells me a gun?
gun. They don't have guns here. Guns are for pansies.
Can I buy some methamphetamine, please?
What the fuck? Um,
Roll to find the
ask the.
shadiest merchant on the street.
I guess ask the woman who works here if she knows like a bits and bobbles place.
Excuse me, do you know, a sort of a shop for trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing?
Let me see here. What sort of things are you looking for? Like antiques, local
Um,
commodities, things like that?
hmm, how would I put this? Uh, something for children, you know, like
Oh,
puts his hand like
uh,
towards like his like chest, that height.
are you looking for clothing or like toys or what?
Either is fine. Honestly, I just need to bring something back home.
And I've got a few things here. I got some smaller cloaks. I think we got a few dolls in the back and stuff like that. Uh, we got some toy swords that kind of look like some of the ornamental things that we have here in Skirn.
Ooh, okay.
Are you interested in some of those?
Uh, let's see.
All
Sure.
right, so she goes into the back of the shop and brings out a chest that looks like it's not been opened that much. She pulls out a few cloaks, similar in color to the ones that she had offered up front. In addition, there's also like a few dolls and like wooden toys that look like drakes and dragons and stuff.
Gonna buy
There's
those
al-
toys.
and there's also it's like a hand painted wooden sword. Um, that's obviously like meant for a child, but it's meant to look like the sword that the highest guardsmen wear, like use in the city.
Hmm.
So which one of these catch your fancy, lad?
Um, the weaponry looks pretty interesting. Especially the Drake ones. Could I get maybe two of those and maybe some smaller cloaks or something?
Two of the Drake
Yes.
or the sword?
Uh, aren't they this? I thought they
The-
were the same thing. Thought they
no,
were
no.
Drake
There's
swords.
wooden. No, no. There's a wooden Drake. Like it's like a little toy.
Oh, it's straight just a wooden
Like,
Drake.
yeah, it's like a little. It's a little like figurine.
Okay, I'll take this back a little bit. Uh, could I get the sword? And I guess I could take the wooden Drake.
All right. The sword will fetch you about 30 gold, and the wooden Drake will be about, let's say for you, lad, 15.
Continue. That comes to 45. It's a deal.
All right. We'll give you these then. What color Drake do you want?
What colors are there?
Let's see here. We got red, we got black, we got green, we got blue, and we've got a white one that it's a bit faded.
Um, I'll take the green one.
Alrighty, there you go then.
And okay, and I also have the sword.
Yeah,
So
it's
that
not it's not a functional sword.
I
It's just
of
like a
course.
little.
It's basically like a play sword, basically.
Yeah,
All right,
it's so boys can play soldier.
gotcha. All right, that should do it for that.
Okie dokie.
Gonna buy one more thing before I spend all of my gold on trinkets. Um, do you happen to know a shop that has do you happen to sell any sort of functional interest in instruments?
Functional instruments? What
Yes, like
exactly do you
flutes,
mean?
flutes, lutes, that sort of thing.
I'm not sure anybody sells anything like that here. They got some drums. Uh, People of Yonlin aren't much for musical interest. If you
All right then. Thank you for your time.
No problem, lad. Have a good day.
As you, too. I don't know how to phrase that.
She chalks it up to you, just being a foreigner and you don't quite speak the language.
Have a good night. I think I said
Sure
that
thing.
correctly. It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's the only like thing you know how to say.
All right.
All right,
For me, so now
so you've done that. This is
I'll
still
just wave and say
this is
goodbye.
still your first day here.
All right. I suppose I could find some lodgings because obviously I'm not going to sleep on the streets for 7 days.
Yeah.
Um. All right. So I guess. So what time would it be like approximately right now?
I'd say it's about 4 o'clock.
Okay. So are they setting up the festival at this time?
You can tell that there's some guards and like what appear to be committee workers that are just kind of like allocating areas, just kind of getting an idea like where to put things. A week is still plenty of time to set things up.
Okay.
You can see there were different entrants of the city. Things are being brought up the wall via some sort of like chain system, kind of like an elevator, but it's being like pulled up, and they're transferring in supplies that way. Because the gate that you came in through is not quite large enough to transport things quite that big.
Yeah, that's right. I think I'll wait a few days and then come back and see how much they've constructed or so. I suppose.
All right. Are you waiting for a specific amount?
I'm waiting to see if they like bring in the actual Drake so I can just sort of like ask some questions about them.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna say 5 days pass before the drakes actually get
Jeez.
there.
All right.
I mean, yeah, because they don't want to make them rest there too long. Um, just because like they prefer to be not in cages, but also people don't want them to be like free and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get it.
Are you
Yeah.
also, as a side note, out of character? Are you doing
Okay.
the rest of the other sessions like today?
Fuck no, dude.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I could sit in on those too.
You can sit in on those if you want. The way I have things planned, Isaac's character will be a part of their prologue. We'll get to that
I
later,
just
though.
want to
You'll understand
voice
what I mean.
fun characters, dude.
I mean, you can do that as well,
And
but
also see them
like,
like just try to how they sort of, deal with your. How am I
we'll
trying to say
deal with
this?
that when we get there.
How they sort of play. Whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But okay, the 5 days pass. You'll go over on the part of the wall where you originally saw like giant pieces of wood and like logs being brought in originally, and you see the giant cages are being lifted up now and are being very carefully transported um, to a place that's kind of like on the side of the wall. It's not quite as stable. It's just you can tell it's kind of where they keep the more sensitive creatures of the town.
Mm-hmm. Isaac just sort of looks at the Drakes and sort of scratches his chin. Uh, he tries to like get the attention of like someone nearby who's clearly like handling the animals in a few days.
Hmm. All
Um,
right, so there's some. Do you say anything or do you like wave?
I, I guess I could wave at one of them.
All right, so a man with kind of dark brown skin comes over towards you and starts speaking to you in a language that you don't fully understand.
um, looks down at his notebook. Goodbye. He like
Uh,
sort
he,
of smiles and waves.
he speaks in some more words that appear to be gibberish to you. From what you can tell, that it doesn't appear to be Yanlish or Fyonir or Neri or anything like that.
He just sort of nods and smiles and just thinks internally, shit. I was hoping this would go easier.
The guy that's in front of you waves over to one of his companions, who appears to be an orc, and he comes over. He, he's a gray orc. He's very, very large, much bigger than Golder ever was.
Christ.
He's probably more around Zevel's height almost, but much thicker and beefier than Zevel was. And he looks down at you, uh, and he says a few things. He goes, "Niri faridi or yonglish."
Yes.
He's asking what language you speak.
Um, what is the language of? Oh, is it just? Should I just say common?
No, I mean Feyiri is what people in Feyiri speak.
Okay.
Yanlish is what the people here
I,
speak, and Niri is what the elves speak.
I mostly speak fairy, sir.
All right then, what can we do for you, bud?
Sorry to bother you and your companion. Are you the Are you? I'm. Let me restart that sentence. God. I'm an animal researcher, as of 15 years ago. Not important. Anyways, I was just here to. I was over here researching the drakes you were holding for the festival. I was wondering if you could tell me anything about them.
What sort of things you want to know? I mean, they're nothing special. They're just, well, they're tamed, which is, I guess, kind of special for drakes.
I guess I could start with that. How easy are they to tame?
Well, my friend Keshir and I are really the only ones that can, tame them at all. He's from Geotia. That's why he doesn't really speak any of your things. Luckily, I've been around a while. I speak pretty much every language there is to know. But in terms of the drakes, it took about a year each, and that was hard work.
Oh, really? Sort of takes this as a challenge. Tell me, have you ever been to Malthus?
Yeah, of course I've been to Malthus. It's where I'm from.
Have you ever visited the Fyonir family Fantastics?
No.
Great. His confidence just plummets as he was preparing this big speech about how he was, one of the three animal tamers present in the show, and now it was such an honor for one of his fans to meet him. But of course, that all comes crumbling down in a single sentence, more or less a single word. So he just sort of like goes, "Oh, and anyways, I come from a family of animal tamers myself, and we have our own, sort of shows. That's why I went into research after some things happened, and I was wondering if yeah, I'm gonna start that one over. I was
Alrighty.
that's me as Jordan saying my brain is fucking up tonight, and I gotta
Nope.
stop. I need to start talking slower so my brain can catch up. I was wondering if I could just get some information about them so I could possibly add them to our shows and themselves, because they seem very interesting to tame.
Well, I mean, if you ever want to hire us, open to that. We're contracts. We're not catching the dancers. They're going to be here any hour now. Handle the drakes for them. If you can hire them if you want to. I've been around for about 300 years now. It took me about 200 of those years to even learn to approach these things. So it's not really
30 sec.
do all that well.
That is quite a long time. That's about one, two. That's like about 5 times as long as I've been on this planet. But thank you for the information. I will definitely take that into consideration. Also, as a side note, are they native to Skjern?
Let's see. The gray one over there is. You see, there's one over in a cage over there that looks. It has like some stony-looking scales. And appears to be resting. That one's from here. The white one actually came from Hall, which was interesting. It was born here. I'm not quite sure where from exactly. There's no mountains around here, which was surprising. But yeah, white drakes can only be born in the snow, so
What the
it's
fuck
really
are
here.
these then?
Hmm?
You said there's no mountains. What the fuck are these then?
No mountains right here,
Oh,
asshole.
alright. Gotcha.
Has to be born in the snow.
So it has to be born
Let's
within
see.
the perimeters of Heimhall then.
It's either here or it's over near Australia, and I doubt they're gonna have any snow drakes over there.
And he quickly just sort of jots this down. Alright, thank you very much. If I ever come into needs of services, I'll come talk to you for, I guess, hiring, or I could, take this as a challenge and try it myself.
All right, my name's Vorik. As I said, that's Kesh over there. Uh, he doesn't talk too much. He can talk to these animals pretty well, though, which is, why I keep him around.
Really, I also talk to animals as well. It's sort of a druidic sense, I suppose. I'm not exactly a druid, but I do have some adaptability. I do have some proficiency with animals and that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, from what I've heard, it's not quite the same thing. God. So, history lesson. I believe druids were made by Giannis, like, I don't know, thousands of years ago. Uh, so that they could communicate with his beasts. But unfortunately, the drakes were made by my goddess, who is Cran. So they don't speak the same sort of druidic language. It's very rare to actually find anybody who can speak their language, which is why Kesh is so invaluable to me. Kesh just kind of lowers his head, is like, and obviously in like a proud kind of thank you.
So is his name Kesh or Kesha?
Kesh.
Kesh, okay. Continue.
That was about it. It's
Okay.
just he was just pointing out. He was just pointing out that like the beasts, like draconic beasts, don't speak the same language as normal animals.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose that makes it ever more harder then, but you know what? I'm never one to shy away from a challenge.
Hmm. Well, would you like to see some of the beasts?
Sure.
All right, just don't put your hands anywhere near the bars. Some of them are not quite friendly towards strangers.
Believe me, I have enough animal scars to last me a lifetime.
That's not entirely reassuring.
I, I run an animal show. It's to be expected when you're trying to tame things.
If you're running a bad animal show, maybe.
Excuse me. Are you saying the reason we're in bankruptcy is because we're so just fucking bad at our job?
But all right, so he takes you over. You can tell they have almost every single type of drake there is. There's a red one, there's a blue one, a green one, a brown one, a gray one, a white one, a black one, and there is a purple one. But you're not quite sure how those work because, to your knowledge, there's not really anywhere those can be born.
Huh. So is it like a flower bred kind of drake? You just kind of have to like hybrid mix and hope you get the right color.
No, no. So it's not. How do I describe this? So like they're all much like the elves. Their kind of appearance is based on where they're born. But so you're just a bit confused as to where this purple drake would have been born.
Excuse me again.
Yeah.
Varric. Vorik.
Borg.
Where does that purple one originate from?
Which one? The purple one?
Yes, the purple one.
Well, remember that Australia place I mentioned before?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's a big floating city out west. And not many things come in and out of there, but the one thing we managed to get was a purple egg. Well, from what I've heard, they were trying to make their own sort of drake, and so they took down some stardust from the heavens and put it together into the egg. I don't know if that's real. It sounds like bullshit to me, but
sounds like absolute shit.
there's a purple drake.
I guess it's here, plain as day.
Yeah. Either way, it exists, so I don't really give a shit where it came from.
Fair enough. Sort of looks them over again and just sort of like, I guess just sort of looks at each one of them individually and just sort of gets a feel for how they behave.
Yeah, you can tell by looking at them that besides just their scales, they're also physically a bit different based on where they came from. Like the brown one is very hardy, and is like very thick because it's made from mountain rock. Same thing with the gray one.
Dude.
What?
What if my animal companion was one of these fucking drakes?
Fucking no.
That'd be so cool though.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe we'll go drake hunting at some point, but right now, no.
All right.
These are very personal drakes for these men.
You can't steal their children.
If some guy just showed up in Shadow of Thorns was like, "Hey, I want your lion," and I just had him roll like a 30 for persuasion, and he just gets Lionel.
That would be so.
Like, that would be shitty.
I don't mean like to actually steal the one in the cage. I just mean like.
I don't mean steal. I just mean even to take them away at all.
I mean like because I'm learning about like the breeds of drakes, and which is a coincidence because now I'm just like, that'd be kind of cool if I like learned enough so I could actually tame one and actually have like an animal companion.
Well, maybe under that.
Okay. I'm gonna take from the cage and take your beloved child because I rolled high. No.
Yeah, they're all fairly different.
I rolled to steal Zevel.
Also have. They all have different elemental affinities and stuff like that. It's fairly obvious what they are. But yeah, so they're very pretty because drakes don't have wings. They have 4 legs, which is most people don't actually know. I believe you know because you killed one at the beginning of SMP, but I'm not sure. I can't remember quite that far back. I don't know if that's just the actually happened.
Killed a lot of things that could have happened.
In the book, you killed a forest drake.
I think so. In the book, I sure did.
Sure. No, you definitely did because that's what you were selling to the lady.
Oh yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, you sold some shit, and that's when you got the anal rapier. Yeah.
No, wasn't it fish?
No, you did fish afterwards. You kept saying, "I want to fish."
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I specifically remember you going hunting at some point.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So there we go with that. Is there anything else you want to ask Vorg?
No, I think that should be it.
Alrighty. So he kind of just shows you back out.
Have a good night.
Sure thing. The show's gonna be great in a few days. Be sure to catch us.
No problem. I'll be here for the festival itself. That's why I was here.
Awesome. Enjoy your time here.
Good night, I love you. I think that's how I said it right.
Excuse me.
Never mind. I'm still trying to learn this. What's it called again? The
We're
language.
speaking Fyonir.
Oh, never mind.
You dumb shit. Can't pull this on him.
I thought we were still. My brain farted. I thought we were like speaking Kirnish or whatever.
No, you didn't. You didn't switch over.
All right. Thank you for your time. Farewell.
All right. Take care, bud.
Yep, you
All right, so
too.
he goes back over with. He goes back over with Cash and begins to feed the drakes. So this is day 5. You got 2 days until the festival. Is there anything else you want to do?
I think that covers it. I mean, I could just like buy some food, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed where you're watching, you have. Oh, speaking of which, we need to pay for a week of lodging. Let's just say it was 20 gold.
Okay, cool.
So you paid 20 gold up front.
275 gold left. I used to be a thousandaire, you know, back in the good old days when I was just handed 5,000 gold for school and I stole it back.
Back when a demon was infesting your veins.
Yeah, and I got a cool buff up though.
Yeah, but one more use and you would have fucking turned into a demon forever.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was a drawback a little bit.
Like that would have been horrible for Benny. Like Benny would immediately like reround time so you didn't use it.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty. So, do you want to go to the 7th day, or is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, like, I imagine at this point, you're just, like, getting, like, a good old Skirnish kebab, and he's just, like, trying out the cool foods over there.
Sure. I mean, there's going to be plenty of food during the actual festival itself.
Yeah, that should cover it then.
Okie dokie. So, day of the festival comes.
Ooh.
You can tell, for once, everyone is out on the streets from the moment you wake up at around, let's say, 9 in the morning. People appear to be very happy, which is surprising. It's good because it's not snowing today for once, which is really nice. So people can like be wearing nice clothing and all that, and not just have to wear the giant fur cloaks. Overall, it's a pretty just not warm because it's not warm in Heimhall ever, but it's a bearable day.
Yeah, that sounds like here.
You look outside and there's a bunch of banners up that have the seal Yonland, which is kind of like this. It's a sword, like breaking into what appears to be some sort of like not ancient shield, but just kind of like savage looking shield.
It's piercing into a butt.
Is not doing that.
The origins of the anal rapier.
It's a sword clashing with what appears to be a shield that comes from some other country.
All right.
But you see those banners everywhere. There's a lot of stalls out. You can see there's a bunch of like booths set up with some games and plenty of food and stuff like that. You can see that the cages where the drakes once were have been moved behind a stage, and there appears to be a giant stage in the center of town where everyone will be performing their different sort of acts when the night comes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about, by the time you're ready and out and about and you've eaten and all that, it's about 11 a.m.
Competition, basically.
Yeah, you're just kind of like there's not just animal shows going on. There'll be like plays and such, so on and so forth as well.
All right, I'll probably like look at those too.
Okay, so the first main attraction for the day is a play that's going to detail, kind of in a kiddish, just fun, like lighthearted way, the resolution of the war between the giants of Rokshka and the humans of Yalland.
The coming of Zoth.
Oh God, no. Shh. But yeah, so would you like to watch the play in any great detail?
Time out. Just imagine that, like a kid's play of the coming of the god of destruction.
You know. What's scary about Zoth is he's not even a god.
Like
He's
what was
the
Zoth?
spawn of God.
Like what was Zoth's like physical form again?
He's like a giant. So he came down from space and buried himself within the earth. And he's like a giant maw with tentacles that are like slowly reaching through the crust of the planet, and corrupting it little by little.
All right, that's cool.
So you kind of look like, imagine kind of like a tick with a giant toothy asshole.
That sounds Not great.
Yeah. And as he like gets further and further burrowed into the planet, he just begins to corrupt its internal energies more and more.
Awesome.
Is that enough for you?
We sure did stop that from happening.
You have it.
Nope. Alright, so continue with your explanation of the play.
All right. So the play, it's very kiddish. You don't quite understand the language that's being used because it's sort of more medieval. From what you can tell just by watching the actual act, you can see that there was a big, proud-looking giant that met with a fair queen of Heimhall, and together they to make a border around here, and they said that their people shall no longer war outside of like this zone. Like if they need to fight, they do it around here. And any further attacks shall be no more. So,
Okay.
for the most part, the war is gone. If they need to settle any conflict, it's done in this no man's land right here.
Okay.
Yeah. That play lasts for about 2 hours. You're very bored and just because you didn't quite know what was going on.
Can't speak the
But you know,
language. It's like watching an anime without subtitles, and you're just like, ah,
exactly.
I have no fucking idea what they're saying.
It was kind of funny because like the kids, there was a kid on stilts for the big orc and not orc, giant and stuff like that. So that was kind of entertaining. But for the most part, it was just kind of a whatever show.
Uh,
At least you saw some of their culture and like their costumes and stuff like that.
mhm.
Their next show, let's see. I guess it's probably going to be the direct dancers.
Cool.
All right. So do you wanna get anything before that? Want to get some like refreshments or anything?
Sure, let's get a Diet Coke.
Fuck you.
Alright, I'm kidding. I'd probably just I'd see like if they had like any fancy like alcohols that are special to Skjern.
So you go to a stand that appears to have some sort of alcohol, and it's in a very festive-looking bottle. It's orange with some like nice little like designs coming off this label. You can't read it because you don't know Yamlish writing, but you can at least speak it well.
Hmm.
Uh, and so the shopkeep is like, "Oh, you're looking for some of that Ember Shard wine, are you?
Oh, yes indeed.
All right, that'll burn right through you. Is that what you're in for?"
Uh, you know what? I'm in it for the experience.
All right, would you like a pint or like the whole bottle?
Little hurt less.
I mean, it's gonna hurt no matter what.
Ah, let's just take the bottle.
Alrighty then. It'll be 40 gold.
Alright. Christ.
This is like their specialty wine. You're getting good shit here.
I'm getting the good shit. And that's gonna hurt for days.
It is. It's gonna burn your throat, like numb the cells at
Like
the back of your throat.
is this like a spicy wine?
It's not spicy. It's just kind of I guess in the way that like cinnamon is kind of spicy.
Okay.
It's just kind of it's got a lot of tang to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I that sure was a purchase I made.
It sure was. I'll say that you open the bottle and you pour a bit into a flask and then you close off the rest of it. Does
Alright.
that sound reasonable?
I'll like I guess slowly drink it while I'm watching or something.
Mhm. All right, so you go to sit down and watch the show. Would you like to take a swig from the Imbashard
Yeah, let's go
flask?
for it.
All right, roll for fortitude.
Here we go. It begins. Knowing me, I'm gonna get instantly drunk. Let's see, fortitude. Oh, it's relatively high. Huh.
That's good. Just don't roll on that one.
Oh wait, never mind. I was looking at reflex. Alright.
All right.
Off to a
So
tremendous start.
all right. So you take a swig, and immediately the burning sensation flows into the back of your throat, and you clutch around your neck in pain. You manage to get the drink down, but you can tell there's some people looking at you laughing because they were waiting for you to try to take a sip of the Imbashard wine.
I just sort of
You're a
give a
bit
weak
hazy.
thumbs up to them.
Yeah. You're a bit you know, bubbly now. And For any dexterity rolls, you'll need to roll at disadvantage, but for the most part, you're pretty okay.
Alright. Do I see Vorik on stage?
You do. So you see Vork starting, like, he's behind the stage, behind the curtains. It's probably, he's whispering to somebody, presumably Kesh. Um, you can tell he's just trying to get ready for the show. After a few minutes, he steps out in front of the curtains
I
and
leave the
announces,
fuck out of Vorik.
Vorg.
Is his name Vorg?
Vorg.
Oh, I thought it was Vork. Like
No.
Vorric. Okay.
No, Vorg.
Changing that? No.
Boy. Alright, so
Vorg.
Vorg comes out, he sees you waving, and he just kind of gives you a slight nod. And then he proceeds to speak in very refined Yanlish. Welcome, all of you. I'm glad you're all here today. We've been working on this act for a long time. As you may know, these are the Drake dancers of Skirin.
Hell
A group
yeah,
of
they
very,
are!
very, all right, a group of very, very beautiful women.
Hell yeah,
And
they are!
equally beautiful Drakes. Thank you, sir. I just hope you all enjoy the show today. We've been working on this for a long time for you.
I'm
So
sorry, I have a wife. I should say that.
all right. Uh,
Is it just like quiet except for him?
yeah.
Am
You
I
are
just being
like,
that asshole?
yeah.
Alright.
Most people don't even understand you because you're presumably speaking in Fyonir since you're not completely coherent. All right, so you go backstage. No, you don't go backstage. He goes backstage. I don't know if you go backstage. Well, you can tell like some magical lights at the side of each side of the thing sort of dim a bit. This is the first magic you've seen since you entered the city, and you can tell it's probably a special thing just for this. A few moments later, some drakes start to like they fly over the curtain and like pounce down into the stage, and the lights like shoot back up again, and they're very beautiful, but like multicolored now, and you can see on top
Holy
of them,
shit. I'm gonna take
but
some
like
notes of this. Shit.
on top of each one, there's a different looking woman wearing a matching outfit to the color of her drake, dancing on top of its back. The drakes sway back and forth, jumping and doing tricks, while the girls like right along their rolling backs and like swish along their tails and stuff, and are able to just. It's kind of almost like an acrobatics act, but with these sort of drakes. Like imagine a very like swaying, soothing belly dancing, but with giant, monstrous, like savage-looking drakes. So it's simultaneously beautiful, but like really cathartic, and
Yeah.
it's probably one of the coolest things that you've ever
Isaac
seen.
thinks to himself, I wonder if Meryl can do that.
What?
Because I guess since she moved in with them, she's part of the like, shows and shit.
Maybe
So
I
it's
don't
like,
fucking.
maybe she could do a thing with Drake.
So, all right.
I'm
So,
gonna roll take another shot.
oh god, roll at disadvantage.
Alright, cool. You know what?
Alright.
We're already starting off great. It's just gonna get better.
Oh
Wow.
wow, fuck that.
It's
So,
still equally terrible.
you take another swig. It doesn't really hit you any more than it already had. It burned a lot again, um, but more or less, you don't feel any less coherent.
Boo. Alright.
The show goes on for about 10 more minutes, and eventually it ends with a big, spectacular ending where all the drakes stack up on one another, and the dancers are all on top of the top drake, which is the purple drake, and they all give a bow, and all the different not dragons, drakes shoot their energy out and create this like beautiful light show in the air, like purples and blues and all that. And it's just with much applause following. Let's say that.
I'll applaud us as well. And while I was taking notes, if I was more coherent, I probably would have like gave it more detail. But I described the ending as big whoosh.
Good, good in
And
character.
sober Isaac's gonna hate himself later for that.
Like you asshole, you came all the way here for this.
And I just got immediately wasted.
Well, that was excellent. So the show ends. All the drakes come down for a bow, along with their dancer partners, and then they depart behind stage once more. Vor comes out. He thanks everyone for coming, and says that they look forward to being there next year for the 201st anniversary.
Ooh, nice.
All right. There's big applause, all that good stuff. The crowd starts to dissipate a bit. The last event for tonight is around 8 o'clock, and it's going to be the Queen and the royal family giving a speech to the crowd, the masses and all that, just sort of commemorating the 200th anniversary of peace between the giants of Rodokshka and the humans of Youngland.
Speaking of this important announcement,
Yes.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage.
Okay. What are you rolling for?
I'm taking another shot.
Oh my god. All right. Take another shot. It doesn't burn at all this time. You're getting warmed up to it. Um, you can tell that like you're definitely very drunk now. You don't roll with any more disadvantage because I'm not gonna do like double. Um,
Just do -4 from now on.
I'll say in addition to the disadvantage, -2 to all further dexterity rolls.
If I get attacked later, this is gonna be terrible.
All right. So at this point, it's around. Say it's around 3 or 4 o'clock. So you have about 4 hours until the next event. Is there anything you would like to try and do, or do you just want to find somewhere to sit down until?
I'll take a few hours to sober up, and then I'll try to find like a few extra last minute knickknacks, and then hopefully be coherent for the Queen's thing. Because my plan
All
was
right.
just to get flat out drunk for the Queen's announcement and just be completely inappropriate.
Amazing.
But
All right.
older Isaac's more wise, except when he's drunk, then he's just the same as he usually was.
All right. So you spend a few hours like sitting down, like looking at all the pretty outfits and all that. People just kind of leave you alone because they see, we don't want to deal with a drunk foreigner.
The drunk foreigner passed out on a bench.
Yeah. Let's say it's around. Somebody wakes you up at around, let's say, like 7:30, telling you like, "All right, hey buddy, the Queen's about to
Uh-huh.
speak, so we don't want you to just sleep and look like a drunk on the side there."
I'm sorry. The flaming it hit hard. I'm sorry.
All right, hi, Mr. Line. I get it. Just be presentable for the Queen and everything.
No problem. And he's just sort of like
Right.
straightens out his like clothes and just sort of makes himself look a
Roll,
little more presentable.
roll for fortitude, no disadvantage. I'm seeing how much you've sobered up.
Just regular fortitude. No. Oh, you said no advantage.
No disadvantage or anything. Just
Okay, so I
normal
might
roll.
fortitude do it. Oh, all right.
All right, you're fine. You kind of have a headache, but for the most part, you've sobered up fairly well.
I'll just put a cork back in the bottle and just keep it in my bag for now.
Good. All right, so you can see the stage looks it's much more cleaned up now. All of the sort of like, you know, little messes that might have been caused by the drakes or the dancers or anything has been completely swept away. It's obviously they're decorating and getting it very pretty for the queen and her royal family. Um, it's at this point that you hear the whispers of a voice enter your ears. How should I do this? I'm bad at speaking when things really, really matter.
Oh, hi, Decadence. How's it going?
No, not that.
I missed you. It's been 15 years, and I thought you fucked off for good.
Let's see. So this voice is very low. There's a very thick accent on it, one that you don't really recognize. You've definitely never heard this voice before. But regardless, the voice enters your ears like um, voices used to years ago when Meryl or Zevil would use message to speak with you.
Okay.
All right. If you are truly Isaac Fyonir, one of the heroes of Malthus, go to the alleyway behind the crooked pestle.
Oh, Christ, am I still drunk? What? Alright. Okay.
So you look around. The place that the voice described appears to be some sort of alchemy shop, kind of away from much of the business. This shop appears to be kind of behind the stage that the queen will be working on. It's kind of like dead there. Nobody's really over there because they're all trying to get a good spot for the big speech.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you approach the shop. Is there anything you want to do?
Before?
Yeah.
I did want to do one last errand. Did I
Okay.
notice, like, what was the Drake dancer's attire consisted of?
They were all different because they were all from different places. It was just basic cloth. There wasn't sort of any armor or anything to protect them because they have full trust with these drakes. Just like I don't know, some of them were Deschaneri clothing, kind of like Meryl,
Yeah,
like
that's
what
what I
she
was
used to
asking
wear.
for.
Some of them were like that. So it just depends where they're from. They all wore traditional clothing for their respective nationalities.
Is there a way I can get sort of like a replica of the Deschaneri version or something?
I mean, you can try and make one later, but you can't really
Alright.
buy one off the girls.
I wasn't gonna buy one off of them. I thought, like, maybe there's, like, a sort of a shop that was, like, like, souvenir
I
dancer
mean,
shit.
these are people coming in from somewhere random to go perform. They're not going to
Fair
have
enough.
souvenirs for their random outfits.
Okay, I thought, oh, whatever.
They aren't like a yearly thing. This is the first time they've ever been there.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, I was also gonna look at some, like, masks or something like that, but forget it.
Okay.
I don't know. My plan was like to get something cool that kind of reminded me of the dancer outfit for either the mask for the kids or like a cool outfit for Meryl. But it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Luckily, you will be in Skiern for quite a while, so.
It'll be on my bucket list then.
Oh, you
Well,
just
I'm
put it as
trapped here for
your
months
bucket
on
list and
end.
not your to-do list.
Probably
All
do the
right.
giant to-do list in about an hour and a half.
So you come to the front of the mortar and pestle. You can tell like there's nobody around. Even the shopkeeper appears to be gone. The door is locked. Roll for perception.
Okay. No, that's an underscore, not a plus. Do I have ranks in perception? Yep, I got 4. Great.
All right. So you can hear there is some noise. It's a very slight whispering. You can't discern any of it, but you can tell it is coming from the alleyway.
Wait, why am I not using my dice? God damn it.
Oh shit.
I forgot I had dice. Alright. From this point onward, I'm using my d20.
Okay.
At least then my rolls will either be consistently terrible or better. Alright, so I could hear the voices, but I didn't really discern anything.
Yeah, you can't really discern much about anything about them. Like you don't even know if it's the same person that was speaking before.
Alright.
All you can tell is that it's there's voices coming from the alleyway,
Okay, from the alleyway, not the shop.
not the shop, the alleyway behind the shop.
Okay. Can I, like, peer behind the shop to sort of get a glimpse of what could be behind the alleyway?
So you need to. So you're at the front of the shop.
Mm-hmm.
The alleyway is directly behind it. So you need to go around either the left side or the right side, and you can like peek around the corner.
Okay, I'll go around the right side.
Okay. Do you want to roll for stealth or anything?
Sure, why not? That's always been consistently good. And I had to nerf myself, but it's still pretty freaking high. Oh, that's pretty freaking high. Alright, that's, 26.
Alrighty, so you're able to slip in just fine. You peek around the corner, and you keep hearing the voices. The sound of them gets a bit louder and louder. As you peer around the corner very surreptitiously, you see 3 figures, all who appear to be very, let's say, out of fashion with the people, with your fellow festival members.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for perception again.
Okay. I keep missing with my dice. 14.
14. All right, so you can tell.
It's much easier to roll and just remember what bonus you have.
It's much easier just to fucking roll 20, but whatever. Anyways, so. What was I saying? So the 3 of them are there. They appear to be fairly well armed. All 3 of them are wearing very unique-looking armor. One of them has a giant axe, and when I mean giant, I mean it's absurd how large this axe is for this person.
Like, this should be a
'Cause,
Fire Emblem character sort of person.
like it looks like this axe would be wielded by a giant, but it's being wielded by a normal human, from what you can tell.
Christ.
Um,
I'm gonna lay back and not try to mess with that.
Another one of them is wearing very thick, like what appears to be like black metal armor.
Okay.
It has a giant, like, spiked shield, along with a very long sword. The last of them appears to be some sort of elf, with bandages around their eyes, um, who has daggers, all along their legs, like going up the sides. They have like there's several daggers they have access to, most likely to be thrown.
All right, can I just like, for the sake of me and Isaac, just sort of repeat the message that the voice said in my head again?
The message that I said, or
Yeah, the message that you said to me.
he just said, if you were truly Isaac Fyonir, one of the heroes of Malthus, please come to the alleyway behind.
All right, so right now what going through his head is, this is probably a huge trap, because why would they need me?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just gonna try and listen into what they're saying for right now.
Alrighty. Roll for perception one more time.
Okay. Oh, joy!
What'd you roll?
Critical fail.
Oh my
We
god.
got a 1.
Oh
Plus
fuck.
4, which would have made it 5, but
But
let's
it's
be
a
real here.
critical
It's
fail.
a fail.
Yeah. What I learned from the Pathfinder rulebook is that one is always a critical fail no matter what, like regardless of bonus. It's the same thing for nat 20. It's like no matter what, that's always just like a success. So I shall treat it as such. So critical fail for perception.
Hang on, hang on. This plays into my character of good stealth, bad scene in here. Alright.
So let's say for some reason you can't make out anything you're saying, and you lean in further to try and like discern anything they're talking about. And as you lean in further, you slip a bit and you flop over on the
Oh,
ground.
terrific.
Uh, and very suddenly, all three of them turn their heads towards you.
Oh, sorry about that. I was looking for the restroom. Have anyone seen the you know, anyone?
All right, so the three of them kind of look back and forth at each other. The elven man uh, appears to whisper to the both of them and disappears immediately, just in a puff of black smoke. Um, the woman that you can now see with the giant axe appears to smile very widely and gives you kind of a two-finger wave, and then takes off in a sort of like a happy skip with her axe towards another side of the alleyway, kind of more towards the left. And the final man, the guy wearing dark black armor with the giant shield and sword, starts to walk towards you.
Excuse me, sir. And he, as Isaac says that, he's nervously undoing his bow from his back.
All right, real quick, we're going to go on a roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Have I fucking added Isaac to this thing? Let me do that real quick.
I just got my name.
All right, character Isaac Jr.
I'm gonna get messed up.
My journal and Jordan's journal.
That would be a 17.
Okay, give me a moment. My pictures, sure. God damn, fucking hurry up. Alright. Luckily, I transferred all of my tokens onto this computer as well, so
Nice.
I can quite literally just take Isaac's token from here. And we'll, if you get a new one, we'll replace it, obviously, but for now, it'll be this.
I mean, you could just edit, like, Scruff onto his face and call it good.
I don't want to do that, though. Looks artistically
Make
shit.
color palette changes if we couldn't add, like, one thing of facial hair.
Yeah, but, like, that's different.
Is it, though?
It is, because it's adding something that I have no reference for.
Alright, that's fair.
Alright, then put you under players. Like, you don't have to do it, I don't give a shit. But
Alright.
if you want to. Alright, so I'm gonna go on through into this page. I need to fucking edit it real quick. Oh god, I haven't worked on this forever. Polygon line, black. Extra large, because I like big, black, extra large.
Sure do.
Alright. Apparently it doesn't want to give me black, because it just wants to keep fucking clicking on map and background, so why not? Alright. We'll say the edge of the alleyway is about right
These
here.
people are very friendly. I was just looking for the bathroom and they tried to, like, cut me out.
Nope, did not want to do that. Oh, god damn fucking bright Winklevoss twins rowing.
Fucking goddamn Spider-Man rowing the boats. Fucking goddamn fucking shit.
Free. Oh god. Fuck. All right, here. How do I finish one? Right click. Okay, just right click to stop one. Okay.
I have a question.
I'm busy. What's the question?
It's a short question.
Okay, what's
it's
the
actually like a question.
Okay.
When they passed around the sheet with Parker Adams signing up for like going to cultural events, did you sign up saying you're going to eccentricities?
No.
Damn
Why? For another ticket?
it. Yeah.
No. Sorry.
To make sure. Oh, sorry.
Boy.
I'm sure she'll find an extras.
All right. Cool. There we go. So my boy, we're going to put you fucking right here. Fucking, I didn't need to do that. It's been so long since I used this system. Okay,
There we go.
All right, so you're about right here. All right, there's this boy. All right, I need to roll for his initiative.
Oh,
Max.
that's quite a boy.
Roll. His initiative isn't bonuses and all that good, so we'll see what he gets here. Yeah, no. So his initiative is 6. Let me put in his health. Access. Okay. 1. Oh, come on. God damn. There we go. There we go. Have you put in Isaac's health and stuff?
Not yet, but I will right now. See,
I don't have access to that.
39. 39. Because I have no armor, my AC is shit, so 13.
Okay, give me just a sec. I'm also gonna do some shit right here. Okay. You ready then?
Yep.
Okay, so you have initiative. What would you like to do?
Take it
What
back
do you
now,
have?
y'all. 3, 4. Is that within range?
Fucking sure.
Alright, I'm gonna fire my good old little bow. And... Alright, it's... Okay. And it should be, what? My range plus dex for attack.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was just your, RAB?
Okay. So RB would just be... Alright.
Your total attack bonus for your RAB.
Okay. And I'm gonna do, rapid fire. So I'm gonna...
Okay.
So I can shoot a second time at a -2 to my
Okay.
attack. 17, does that hit?
That does not hit. I mean, it hits him, but he fucking deflects with his shield.
Alright. Cool, I'll roll again.
Hopefully you get a net 20 or something.
Great. So that'd be only +2. Or no, 6. Are you happy now?
No, that also does not hit.
What the fuck?
He deflects both shots with his shield with no issue.
Okay. Well, that
I'm
ends
assuming
my
that-
turn.
Okay. Let me see what you got here, Maxis. You have a good amount of things I could use.
When you start off a Pathfinder thing and you roll a 24, you assume you would hit them.
Well, I also didn't think that you would critical fail and reveal yourself, so.
You know, you're talking to Isaac here. He may be older, but he's not as smooth or he's still not very smooth.
Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, I forgot.
He's just slightly more responsible.
Alright. So let's see. What are we gonna do, Maxis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. And now we're going to. What's Isaac's alignment?
Chaotic good.
Oh, good.
Why is that
All
good?
right. Because he's going to use Smite Good.
That's fucking rude.
Or he's going to attempt to, at least. Let's see, it'd be... Oh, fuck.
So what does that do?
I will tell you in just a moment.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Manacles, roll 1d20.
It's a good thing I sobered up.
Yeah, if you didn't, this would just be an absolute train wreck.
I would have gotten my ass beaten first turn.
Alrighty. This is just to make sure it works. Okay. I'm trying to remember what the value is. I don't need to fucking. What's your touch AC? It's below your AC.
Touch AC. 13.
Okay, so this is 14. Okay, so it hits.
Of course it does.
He's basically shooting a giant thing towards your direction, and it only has to hit you. It doesn't have to, like, hit a certain spot or anything. So I've learned that certain things ignore armor class, and they just go straight to touch, which was a fascinating revelation. Alright, so you're going to roll 1d. That's going to be, what is it? 5. Okay. 6. Alrighty.
Okay.
So you take 20 damage.
Alright. Cool.
Alrighty. It is now your turn.
Am I allowed to run away?
You are allowed to run away. As he does that, he says, "I can't allow you to mess up anything. Die."
I'm
And he
sorry.
shoots a giant mass of black energy towards your way.
The voice in my head told me to come here, and I'm quickly regretting it. So I'm gonna catch you later. And I'm just gonna, 1, 2, 3. Wait, is it counting by one block or a whole 2x2?
Each small block is 1 block.
Okay, and my movement is.
This is 5 squares. Like that. I mean, this is 5 foot. This is 5 foot. This is 5. Like each
Okay.
each movement of an arrow
5,
key is
10,
1. Is
15, 20, 25, 30. GTFO, bro.
Alright, let's say I'm gonna have you roll for dex to see if you can just like sprint the fuck out of there.
Alright, my dex is +3.
What'd you roll?
Critical fail.
Okay. So, as you attempt to run away, you slip so horribly that you do like almost a full flip and just land on your nose.
Can that distract him?
You take 5 non-lethal damage and break your nose.
Oh boy.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. He looks at you and laughs a bit, very amused by your pathetic attempt of escape. Mortals are so feeble nowadays.
So
But
guys, before we start the
it's all
campaign,
good.
I just want to let you know Jordan died in his solo session, so he's no longer with us.
just go along with this. All right. So he shoots another black mass of energy towards you this way.
Cool.
What was you took 5 non-lethal damage? Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure.
Roll.
Roll.
To that factor.
I mean, you that's 5 less health that you have.
Cool.
Ooh, good. Okay. So just trust me here. Okay. Don't. Let's not do anything too absurd.
I'm in the negatives now.
Yes, you are. Hello again. All right. So he shoots another black.
Don't get the sound.
Okay. Yeah. Let me do that real quick. I'll be right back, Jordan. Say your final words or whatever. I don't know.
Rest in peace, fuckers. I'm gonna chug the last of this bottle.
I'm doing a prologue session for him this year.
Ich bin kein Rassist. Jesus Christ! Did you run? There's some secret you haven't told me. You tell for me.
How do you pee so quickly?
How do you walk downstairs so quickly?
It's mysteries of the universe. Oh my word.
Hang on, just gonna take a
Just a
picture
second, I
and
gotta
put
get
on
my-
Twitter.
Huh?
I'm gonna take a picture of my dice and put it on Twitter.
Excellent.
I love the focus, how it's just god awful. Alright, there we go.
Alright, so another black, massive energy comes your way.
Before it can hit me, I'm gonna kill myself with this bottle of alcohol.
No.
Just gonna chug it down. Just shove it up
Bad,
my
no.
ass and let the toxicity kill me.
No. I
Alright.
refuse this. Alright, so the black mass encircles you, and you feel your consciousness fading. The last thing you see is the man walking back through the alleyway. And you can hear some noise start to appear from fucking out and about in the where the crowd was. All you can hear is screaming as all the light fades. And let's see. You're not dead. Congratulations.
Great. Cool.
You wake up the next day, feeling like fucking shit, right?
I got rocked pretty hard in about 10 seconds.
Like you were just absolutely miserable. And you can feel, I almost feel like your soul was just like devastated. Like you haven't felt this way since like decadence kind of like would mess with you. Like you just, because like this was a pure mass of black evil energy taking over you. So, and you look around, you appear to be kind of pale when you look down at your skin. You're kind of starting to get like an idea of what's going on. The light kind of hurts as it starts to pour into your eyes. If you look around, you see there's a man sitting in the corner waiting for you to wake up.
He just sort of looks at him, but doesn't really say anything.
Okay, I'll be done with this in just a minute.
Okay, it's no problem. I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. All right. So the guy looks you over, stands up and starts making his way towards you. How are you feeling?
To be honest, not great, thanks.
I'd expect not. Some of my paladins found you. You were on the edge of death. Your soul was devastated. We did what we could, but some of the damage was less than ideal, shall we say.
Wait a second, you're not with them, are you? Because just take my money. I don't know what you want.
I'm one of the paladins here in Yonland, my friend. In fact, I'm the Prime Justiciar. My name is Agathon.
Hey. Cool, I'm not dead, I guess. So, what happened?
Well, shortly after we found your body, there was a big event that happened out before the Queen's speech. A big cloud of dark mist encircled all of the crowd, and a sort of energy barrier was put around the Queen, who was on stage with her family. Unfortunately, some sort of assassin managed to get in and axe up most of her family. The only survivor was the Queen herself, who is currently in her own chambers, going under surgery.
Tef is above. Jeez, what? Are you serious?
No, I'm just doing it to joke.
Well, it's a very terrible joke at that. So, what's the situation like now?
Things are a bit chaotic here. People are more xenophobic than ever. It's a good thing that we found you instead of somebody else.
They don't think I did it, did they?
I mean, they don't think that they did it. So anyone that's not them is a potential target.
Great. This
Can you
is just what I needed.
Can you tell me anything about what happened that night?
Well, I went to go find the bathroom behind this alchemical shop. It was called Pestle and something. Pestle Gravy, I don't know.
The Crooked Pestle, yes.
And these three figures were in the alleyway. I was trying to listen in on what they were telling me because a voice in my head told me to go check it out.
Excuse me?
I don't know if it was the drink or if I was being contacted by someone. It sounded like it was a message. You know, how someone can talk to you through your minds. I've had to use it
I'm
a few
familiar
times.
with the concept.
Yes. It's either that or I was just going crazy from that bottle of flaming hot death. So I decided to check it out of mere curiosity. And lo and behold was a woman with a ginormous axe. A man clad in black, who is quite strong, might I add. I did, of course, try to fight back, but it didn't really help much. And then he shot something that was like... I don't know how to describe it. It just... The second that beam touched me, it was just... Everything felt wrong.
Wrong how?
Like I was dying, but not dying. It's a very interesting... It's something I felt before. I don't know how to describe it, really. It's just, like... demonic, almost.
That's very troubling to hear. Do you remember anything about your assailants? What they looked like? Did you hear anything?
I couldn't get word of what they were saying. I'm sorry, I tried. But... It could be that they were after the queen. It's possible.
Someone of this great power to dispatch you so quickly. I would assume that it would be them. I just need anything about them. The captain. I'm not sure. Let's say I've had premonitions of this, but nobody took me seriously until now.
Oh boy, we're in the same boat there, buddy.
Regardless, some of the guards have started to round up some of the less local people that are here for the festival. They've just started throwing them in prison all willy-nilly.
And I'm guessing I'm next on the list if they had found me first.
Well, if they had found you first, but luckily you're here with me. I won't let them do that.
So, what are we gonna do now?
Well, since you're really the only lead I have on the identity of these people, would you mind if I took you by the prisoners and see if you happen to recognize any of them?
Are you sure they're not gonna just try to kill me again? I mean...
They're behind bars. If we were able to capture them and bring them here, then I don't think you'll be in any further danger.
It's worth a shot, I suppose.
Alright, good. Are you good to stand?
I can try. He tries to get up on one knee, but sort of falls back down. That would be a solid no.
Alright.
Kinda happens when you're on the brink of death. Again.
He's gonna give you a small potion. It's a potion of increased fortitude.
He points to us. By the way, can you fix this? I kind of face planted.
Your nose? I'm afraid I can't. I'll get somebody to take a look at it later.
Cleric would be great, thanks.
After our current business, you can understand things are very, this is a very pressing matter right now, shall we say.
I would do it myself, but I sort of lost the ability to cure a while back. I don't know why. Must be age or out of practice, something like that.
Well, alright then.
My way of saying I class changed, so I don't have cure live wounds anymore.
But, so he gives you the potion of fortitude, which basically, it'll allow you to, like, I don't know, you can stand and, like, walk around, but you're still very weak. I'm gonna say for about a week, you're going to be, like, you pretty much have disadvantage on most rolls, because your status is soul drained.
Okay, do I write that down somewhere?
If you want to, just like for the next 7 days in game, you have disadvantage on basically all rolls, except for, I'll say, intelligence or wisdom.
Alright, I'll write that down somewhere up top, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you stand up, he gets you kind of cleaned up. He puts your hood back over you so nobody can see your ears. Because he doesn't want anyone, like, stopping you on the way there. All right, so I'm gonna say he tells you that you guys are gonna go and question the prisoners next time. But I think that's where we'll end it because the prisoners are your other team members.
Ba-da-ba, I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but obviously we don't have them yet. This is why if you want to, you can be in the other sessions, because you could be there like part of the interrogation.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Okie dokie. So that was a pretty good prologue. It was definitely better than your first one.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm taking this one more seriously now.
Yeah, taking it more seriously, and you can't. Don't let today fool you. You can actually die, but I wasn't gonna kill you in your prologue. I'm not quite that big of an asshole.
You roll a crit on your first hit for smite good, and it's just like, alright, you exploded.
I do love that you understand now how strong these people are.
Was one of them the main?
No,
Great.
they work for the main. So yeah, that's that.
So I like how the voice in my head completely punked me and tried to kill me.
Well, you'll discover about stuff about that later on.
Alright, cool.
I have like fucking literally everything planned out because this story's not nearly as hard to like get everything together as Shadow of Thorns, which had time travel and multiple
We
universes.
should time travel future kids. A
And
giant
like
menacing monster betrayal, double cross.
Yeah, this
The
is
enemy
at
was
least
actually not the enemy all along. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, this one's at least it's very straightforward.
Bad guy attack.
Yeah. All right, so there. Cool.
Cool.
I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, we lasted a good an hour 40.
I think my skills of improv describing have gotten a bit better.
You still got it.
Because like fucking Somalia, I was like, I don't know, it's white.
It's a city, and it's sure is white.
There's some buildings.
That's yeah. I'm doing like some sort of mental research of how to just narrate. And I actually almost slipped into that in JD's campaign, as you saw earlier. I was accidentally trying to describe the library when I stepped into it.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my inner GM just saying, "All right, time to do some world building." Oh wait, actually no, it's not my turn to say that. Yeah, whoops.
Oh my lord, this is. I just love that like the two tweets on my dash right now are, my solo session is going great and you're not one, and then Embody session 1 Isaac dies.
Wait, where is that?
That's mine. It's my tweet.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, yep.
Because like you were at the edge of death, and then Paladins were able to bring you back. Oh,
And
God.
now I'm actually a ghost all along, but I don't know until the end.
Oh, it's dumb.
It's almost like I have a 7th sense.
God, fucking damn it.
Or I'm just fucking Titus.
Who else? Like, no, truth. It's you. Oh, you just said truth. Okay. I was like, oh, did somebody else respond? I want Benny to see these.
Yeah.
I think that Isaac just dies. Like,
We planned it all along. Actually, I was playing a separate character all along. I was just here to kill off my main character.
I mean, if you were fucking Kanan, that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Kanan's like point in life was to try and kill Vinvara, and I was like, no.
Why?
He's horrible. Because Galloway originally, like the character, was not he was not Sun or anything. He was going to be his backup character, and he was just like he was just a random guy. And then he repurposed that character for what was going to be a time skip campaign we were going to do once we finished Pasta in the Rough, which was that was what Shadow of Thorns was called when Emma was doing it. But then we just never finished Pasta in the Rough, and so we never did the time skip campaigns. And we wanted to use those characters, so that's why Zestra and Galloway became a thing. That's why the entirety of the world is convoluted, and I hate everything.
Yeah. So let me know when you hit up the other peeps.
Yeah, I posted in the chat for them to get with me when they want to do their stuff. I don't know. I haven't talked to Alexander at all. That's Rashawn's roommate. I don't know if he's like super with this. Like, I don't know if he's actually going to do it or not, because I've heard literally nothing from him except that he's doing a human fighter.
Okay.
So we'll see about him. I know Rashawn's at least doing. He's doing human monk. Everyone else, like, there's something. It's just Alexander hasn't ever spoken to me. I'm friends with him on Skype. It's just that, I don't know. He'll probably be the last one if he ends up doing it.
Okay.
And then, did you hear that Benny is doing a new character for this one?
She's doing a tiefling, who's Meryl's half sister apparently.
Yeah, she's allowed to do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever.
I mean, you can't force Meryl to show up.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't that. That's not what I was talking about. It's just that the convolution of having characters be related. They'll also like always be a part of big plot things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I generally try to go against it, but you know,
whatever works.
But who cares?
Yeah. This is the laid back campaign.
Yeah. This is more just kind of fantasy whatever campaign.
This is explore, have fun, and don't die.
Because like I don't know if this will ever really be in the canon of the universe.
You'll
Like,
have
I don't
21 time resets if you fuck
Yeah, I
up.
don't. Yeah, like if you guys beyond the prologues, if you guys die, you're dead, and there's no coming back.
Honestly, you could die the hardest in the prologue.
I don't know if the rest of them are even gonna meet the 3 people.
They're just in a jail cell and they just get dysentery.
Yeah. Luckily, you're the most normal of them all, so that's why they trusted you.
Hi, I'm Foreigner. I exploded.
Yeah, like he couldn't have done it because he was dead, and we revived him. And then like one of them is an ethereal, and it's like we definitely don't trust you. And then one of them is a tiefling, like we definitely don't trust you.
You're literally made with a contact with a demon.
People probably don't trust Rashawn's monk because they don't really allow. They don't really much care for monks in Heimhall or really Yamland in general, because they're more of a paladin-based thing. Monks are just kind of viewed as being, because they still worship Giannis. They're just kind of like, they're not viewed as worshiping in the right way. It's kind of a different sect of a religion.